Set, red 83.
To the locker room.
Vince Papali, welcome to the locker room.
I can smell it already, Billy. What's happening, buddy?
Von Hayes, welcome to the locker room with Billy Schweim.
Yeah, hey, Billy, how you doing out there?
Rich Gannon, welcome to the locker room, Rich.
Thanks, guys. It's great to be with you.
Great Bob McElwee, NFL referee.
Hey, Bill, how you doing?
Craig Berube. Craig, welcome to the locker room.
All right, thanks, Billy.
We have the real Pat Croce in the locker room.
Let me off the bench, Coach.
And now here's your host, Billy Schweim.
Glorious good morning here in the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN. Broadcasting live from the Ocean City High School football field, site of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp. Things are just starting to heat up a little bit. People are starting to arrive. It's a beautiful sunshiny day, and we got a lot to talk about, especially with what's going on with our Philadelphia sports team. Scotty McKay here with me. What's up, Scooter?
How you doing there, Billy?
Get a little feedback here in my headphones, but we're it's like a fire drill out here today.
Yeah, I feel like we're in a stadium, and we are. We're in the football stadium here in Ocean City High School. But your daughter's here. She's showing she's eating
I got
some
my
donuts.
little doobie doo.
Right.
We stopped by at Blitz's, who's one of our proud sponsors today. Joan and Dave gave us a box of donuts, and my daughter's wearing it.
Yes. I don't think she got any in her mouth.
Of course, I got my nephews here, and it's going to be a great day for the kids, Scooter. Vinny Curry is having his youth football camp. There's over 400 kids checked in for this.
I know. You know, I'll tell you what, with all the bad weather we've been having, this is probably the perfect day. It's blue skies,
right?
A little breeze.
Right,
up
we're not
there.
too far. We're at 6th in the boardwalk, so we're not too far from the ocean.
Beautiful.
And you got to come on down. And of course, Vinny Curry will be here. Swoop will be here. The cheerleaders and a few of his teammates will be in the house, or not in the house, on the field here. And we're going to be broadcasting live from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Then Sports Bash Saturday with Josh Henning will continue from 12 to 2. And we got a full day of sports here to talk sports here down at the high school football field in anticipation of seeing all these kids show up. But Scooter, what's going on with our Philadelphia Phillies? And we had a lot going on, the draft, both NHL and NBA. But I would have to say the biggest topic today is the June swoon of the Philadelphia Phillies.
They are struggling big time. It seems like they've lost everything they built in the beginning of the season. And now they're falling farther behind every day, and now they're losing to bad teams. It's one thing to play good teams and lose, but to lose to bad teams is it's just not a good thing. It's the team's falling apart and they're losing their identity.
Here's the big thing. Like last night I was on with the Get Off My Lawn segment with Mike Gill, and we talked about how important it was for the Phillies to win that game last night. They had Aaron Nola on the hill, their ace, against the last place Marlins, and what happened, Scooter? They lose.
They lose
and
after
they lose.
A great effort by
and
Nola, too.
He had 10 strikeouts last night.
Yep. And it's amazing. They found a way to lose, and they're mastering it at this point.
It's unbelievable. I mean,
really
you look
tough.
at they're 6-12 this month, and they're free falling in June. I mean, they're not getting. I think they were like 2 for 12 last night with guys in scoring position runners on base.
That's become commonplace for them. And listen, I was a big Bryce Harper fan. I was all behind him coming here, paying him the money, whatever to do. But everybody keeps talking about, oh, well, over the course of the season, it'll equal out. Well, no. I need Bryce Harper to win that game last night is what we need. We need wins. We don't need he'll be an average good player over the season. He needs to be good day in and day out, and he's not doing, Hoskins is getting on base now finally a little bit, so these guys are not taking advantage of the opportunities they're getting.
They lost 14 of their last 20 games, Scooter.
Yeah.
I mean, that's brutal.
Good. And 5 in a row.
I mean, and the way they're doing, I mean, this team has given up more home runs than any team in the Major League Baseball. 125 long balls, Scooter, deep.
Yeah. You think they'd be hitting them with the players they picked up this year, and they're giving up more than they're hitting themselves.
How about this, Scooter? We picked up 5 potential All-Stars or perennial All-Stars.
Yeah.
The Phillies don't have anybody.
Your best player is Jay Bruce.
They don't have anybody.
Right now. It's crazy. It's crazy. To score one run against the worst team in baseball is not a good thing for this team, and Gabe Kapler's got to be nervous.
So my next thing for you, Scooter, is whose fault is it, Scooter? Is it Clintac? Is it Gabe Kapler? Is it his fault that this team's underachieving? Look, we all know that when the team doesn't play well, especially when you have a team full of stars like the Phillies do, who's going to get the guillotine?
Well, the fall guy's going to be.
It's going to be the
manager.
coach.
Absolutely.
You got the manager making a third or maybe a quarter of what these players are making. How important is a baseball manager to a team? Mike Gill contends, and a lot of other people contend, that he's not the one setting the lineup. That it's the higher ups. It's the general manager and the people behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Well, what's the manager's job?
Well, it's to get those guys motivated to play. After 30-something million, I don't think you need to be motivated. But, these guys need to do what they're supposed to do. The simple things that are coming back to haunt Gabe now are guys not running out balls. And that's causing issues.
By the way, first of all, I've seen the replay now on a few occasions. All right, I've seen the replay. He stumbled, and then he looked like he had his head down, and he didn't know where the ball was. Now I'm not trying to make excuses. I'm not. No, not from I'm talking about Segura the other day.
Right.
I'm talking about he had his head down. He didn't know. He did pull up the second time he did it.
Right.
And it looked like he didn't locate the ball. He didn't know where the ball was. Now, that's not an excuse, but...
Well, I think he thought it was going to be caught. So he figured, well, why run hard? He's going to catch it.
Right.
And then he doesn't catch it, and you look like an idiot. So it's these guys have to run no matter what. I mean, Christ, Chase Utley ran to the pitcher's mound last night, as an old player, So these guys got to do the right things.
Romuto went 0 for 4 last night. Gene Segura had one hit, but is just batting 183 in the month. Reese Hoskins. You look at the up and down the lineup. These guys, they're not hitting. They're not getting hits. They're not getting timely hits. It's frustrating. And then, of course, all the injuries with this team. Scooter, it seems like in Philadelphia more than any. I don't know. Everybody has injuries. Look at the Mets over the last few years. They've been devastated by injuries. And I'm not anyway. I can't stand the Mets, but I'm not crying over the injuries. But it's like why are we getting hurt so often? What's going on?
Maybe they're taking some leads from the Sixers. Maybe their Sixers training staff is working with the
training staff?
Phillies. I don't know, but it's listen, you got to deal with injuries throughout the season. Luckily, their main players aren't really being injured. Obviously, they lost Andrew McCutchen, which is a tough loss because he was playing really well. But you've got players in there that still can win these games, and they're not executing. And that's not Gabe's fault. Those guys need to execute. He can't swing the bat for him.
4.5 games out of first place, 2-8 in their last 10. They've lost 5 in a row. They're 23-15 at home and 16-21 on the road. Scooter, this team is just in a free fall. Nola goes 8 innings last. He goes 8 innings last night, and he gives up 1 run, 1 earned run. Of course, Kingery makes the error on the play at the plate.
Right. He had 2 errors last night.
Just everything's going wrong now. Obviously, baseball is a long time, but a long season. It's a marathon, so anything can happen. Hey, I want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is sponsored by Barb's Harley Davidson, Philly's closest, and Philly's closest, New Jersey's #1 Harley Davidson dealership. Visit barbshd.com today. It's the area's #1 seller of new and used Harley Davidsons around. That's Barb's Harley Davidson, where no one walks. Go to barbshd.com today. I want to remind people the Locker Room's live broadcast on 97.3 ESPN at the Vinny Youth Football Camp is sponsored by Randazzo's Pizza, located at 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. My good friend Giuseppe Randazzo prepares fresh, homemade, authentic Italian cuisine daily. Now serving Coleman all-natural chicken with no antibiotics, no hormones, and no preservatives ever. Open 7 days a week, all year round. Dine in or take out for free delivery, even to the beach. 609-814-1600. And by Lenigan Plumbing and Heating and Cooling. It's air conditioning season, and Lenigan reminds you to get that HVAC checked. Lenigan is the only authorized certified train dealer in the area. Joe Lenigan has been in business for 25 years because he's the best. Lenigan, again and again and again, 609-399-1200. I want to remind people, if you're looking for a bicycle, go to Anarelli's Bicycles, located at 1014 Asbury Avenue in Ocean City, New Jersey. Owners Mark and Mike insist that after the sale, it's a service that counts, with a complete line of bike accessories and same-day repair service. That's Anarelli's Bicycles, 2238. The wind's blowing here, Scooter, but we'll
right.
we'll hang tight. All right, when we return, we'll continue with the locker room down here at the Ocean City football field for the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp. You're listening to the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. All right, we're back. We're back here at the locker room, 97.3 ESPN, the locker room with Billy Schweim, broadcasting live at the Ocean City High School football field, site of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp, and see all these kids starting to file in here one by one. And look what the wind blew in, literally. Grimesy, Mark Grimes, what's going on, man?
What's up, guys? How you doing?
Beautiful day for football, right?
Oh my goodness!
Couldn't pick a better day.
Thank God the rain's gone. It's been
Yeah.
a crazy 2-3 weeks.
Okay, I thought we were going to be doing this from a boat today.
Hey, the Locker Room's live broadcast on 97.3 ESPN of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp is sponsored by Blitz's Market with 2 locations to serve you in Ocean City, New Jersey at 21st Street and 34th Street on Asbury Avenue, voted the best deli in Ocean City 4 years running. Come on in and try one of our famous breakfast sandwiches or delicious hoagies. It's Blitz's Market, only in Ocean City. And by Stell Exteriors. They've been providing top-quality roofing and siding at affordable prices since 1996. Did you know that only 2% of roofing contractors qualify as GAF Master Elite Installers? So if you do the math, choosing Stell Exteriors takes 98% of the worry out. So give Stell Exteriors a call today, 1-877-FIX-ROOF. That's 1-877-FIX-ROOF. Grimesy, talking a little bit about baseball. We were talking about the Phillies before you got here. The June swoon, how depressed are you about how, this is just, with our expectations, especially at the beginning of the season, were so high. And to have this type of June swoon, I mean, it's pretty bad.
I would have told Gabe Kapler last night, you're out, and Chase Utley's in.
Chase up, the crowd, that crowd last night. How much does Philadelphia and the South Jersey area Chase Utley?
It's unbelievable.
Here's a guy that was truculent with the media, right? He was really
Look at you with the big words. Truculent.
He was. Well, I said that word. Every time I say that word, I think of the movie Jerry Maguire. But anyway, I mean, he didn't talk to the media. He wasn't accessible.
I don't know what's going on. It's amazing.
He said more words last night than he did his whole career.
Right?
It's crazy. Listen, he was pretty emotional, too, about the whole thing.
I don't know how he didn't. I mean, a lot of guys get choked up under those
I'm
circumstances.
surprised he didn't mention his wife, too. He mentioned his 2 kids. But he
What's
didn't
he
say
gonna
anything
say about his wife?
my lovely wife supported me all these years, She's pretty lovely, too.
Well, she is.
Yeah.
Yeah, she certainly is. So, just a, I don't know, man. It's June. It's like this is the first official weekend of the summer, right? The Phillies looked like, in late April, May, that it was going to be an exciting. And look, things can still turn around. Obviously, baseball's a marathon, but right now, man, it's not fun.
No. I mean, look at the Nationals. They're creeping up really, really quick on us.
The Nationals,
Yeah,
man, they beat the Braves last night.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know, man. Baseball's a funny game. It's such a marathon that things can turn around. That's why. Look, how about all the athletes that Grimesy knows, especially you, Scooter? What's one thing that Rick Tocchet used to say to us all the time? Schweiner, never get too low when things are bad, and don't get too high when things are good. Keep that even keel, and we'll see if that philosophy rings true for this group.
Can Berube coach baseball?
You never know.
The Chief. We had him on last week, and he's a great guy. We had one of only 2 people to have him on in the area, and it was great that he came on and spent some time with us. But I'll tell you what, man, you could probably coach better than what Gabe Kapler's doing right now.
I heard a trivia question the other day, and I still haven't heard the answer. During a season, team that was in last place in the middle of the season and then won the whole thing. Has any other team ever done that? Basketball, baseball?
I don't know. If worst to first, it's a Cinderella story.
I mean, they've done it the year before, last place.
Right,
and the following
but
year,
all in the same year.
Same year.
It's a good
That's
trivia.
a
And
good
you never heard
question.
the answer to that?
No one knows the
We'll have to
answer.
get our staff on it.
Where's Lindsay when you need her?
yeah. Our intern, Lindsay Moppert, actually, she's a cheerleader at Temple. So they have our football camp. Otherwise, she'd be here pulling it up on the computer. Scooter, let's go to the NBA next because the draft was last night, or the last
Two nights
ago. And a lot has been said about some of the Sixers picks, some of the things that the Sixers did. Grimesy, what's your impression?
I like the kid from Washington. Looks like he's going to be a great defender. One of the top defenders in the in college basketball the past 4 years. So,
one thing I like about him, Grimesy and Scooter, is the fact that this kid spent 4 years at college maturing.
Yep.
We had Aaron McKee on, I don't know, a little while back, maybe about a year ago, and I asked Aaron, I said, Aaron, what's the one thing about NBA basketball that needs to change and improve the quality of the game? And he said the fact that these kids, these players at such a young age are being wooed by any NBA teams. They're getting tons of money poured at them, and they're not mature enough to handle the situation. So you draft a guy, put all that money in his basket, and he's not ready.
Yeah.
He's not ready physically. He's not ready mentally.
hey,
That's the problem with the NBA. Look, hey, I don't know, is it me, but how many guys came out with the wrong hats on? They get the free agencies after the draft. 20. So 20 guys. 20 guys came out with the wrong hat on. I think it was an embarrassment for the NBA, man.
it's crazy.
And it just shows you the rules, Scooter, the guidelines that these guys got to follow.
Yeah, it's like I said.
I don't know if is it collective bargaining or what?
Well, there's reasons for why they had to do it, but I told you last night. The Sixers traded 24 and 33 to get 20, and it's funny if you look at any kind of draft analysis today, they're saying that the Celtics picked Matisse Thybulle. It wasn't the Sixers. Well, I thought they traded the pick, didn't they? And then the
They
Sixers
did trade
picked
the
them.
pick.
Well, it doesn't show that way in the thing.
Right.
It shows that that they actually the Boston Celtics picked Thybulle. It doesn't make any sense to me. They trade the pick. Now the Sixers pick Thybulle because that's who they wanted. And he's a good ball player. There's no doubt about it. He's been a little up and down with his three-point shooting, but he's been a pretty
Well,
overall.
he's not a three-point shooter. I mean,
Only 35% overall in his career in college.
Yeah,
But that's a short.
37, 41, 37%.
37, all right, 37.
9.2 points a game average in college.
Yeah, well,
And like
defender.
he's a
what's-
defender.
All right, yeah, he won the Naismith Award. I get it.
Yeah, and
Is
he's
that
a
what
top
they-
defensive player in the NCAA.
So you got Zaire Smith. I mean, you got Jonah Bolden. You got Ben Simmons. You got Joel Embiid. I mean, and now Thybulle. Is that the nucleus? That's the nucleus going forward. Are you happy with that?
I don't. He's not going to start for you. I don't think right
Well,
away.
I mean,
but he's
why
gonna be
they
a
draft the
defender
guy he's a Naismith Defensive Player of the Year. He spent 4 years in college. He looks like he's a really mature kid. He looks like he's smart. He looks like he's driven. You know what I mean?
Well, that's a good
Grimesy,
thing. Out of all their picks, out of their 5 picks, they only really picked.
He doesn't look like he's going to be speeding 130 miles over the Ben Franklin Bridge in a brand new Mercedes Benz or something. Grimesy's car.
Yeah, right. Yours car be broken down on the bridge.
Well, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He looks like he's a grounded kid, and you know what? One thing I like about
Another Australian connection too, by the way.
oh, is that right?
Yeah.
What's the
Yeah.
So
he moved there.
So here's the thing that I'm saying that the general manager is
Oh no, Elton Brand.
Elton Brand. Oh, it's just out of cramp.
I know.
Elton
Used
Brand.
to it.
Elton Brand to me is I like him. I get a perception about how people look, how they conduct themselves. Grimesy, Scooter, he looks like he's methodical in his thinking process, and when you draft guys, you got to look obviously at every facet of their life. What type of player they are, what type of person they are, what type of family they come from, right?
Sure.
And I think Elton Brand has a good command of that. I could be wrong, but just from my vantage point.
Well, there's more than just going into it and saying, "Hey, listen, this guy in college had great stats, and we're going to pick him because he fits. We need a shooter, and he's a shooter." Now, you got to look at everything when you're doing these things. These guys aren't just doing this overnight. They're spending countless hours reviewing these guys, meeting with the families, meeting with the players. That's why they do that, because sometimes you could have a great player that has a horrible personality, could be a bad guy in the locker room, could be a bad guy for his team. You've got to be able to take that. I think the general manager's jobs are the toughest in all sports, in any kind of job. It's tough to be able to look at some kid and say, hey, in 5 years from now, he's going to be leading our team to an NBA championship.
Well, that, you know what, I think you say the general manager's job is hard. I think the quality of general managers are going down, to be honest with you, because look at the NBA. You got the players now, like LeBron James and James Harden. They're the guys that are like having meetings with people and talking to their friends and trying to get like these dream teams together.
It's wrong.
Where's the general manager in that?
Well,
You need a guy like Majiri, the guy from Toronto. What he pulled off is unbelievable. The trade DeRozan.
Yeah, but you know what? You're right. He did. But you know what?
Fire the coach. Think about what they
Right.
did.
No, that's true.
Coach of the year, fires him, brings in this guy who nobody even heard of, and they win it all.
That's why some people are just, I think being a general manager is a very difficult job.
Extremely
I get
difficult.
it. But I think that it's possible to look what he did. I mean, look at the guy in Toronto.
It's unbelievable what he pulled
It
off.
can be done. You don't have to have these dream teams put together, or you can't find a good. The only way to get better is if you have the first or second pick of the NBA draft. I don't think that's true. I think if you do your due diligence and you're a good general manager and you have a good command on talent, you understand people's personalities and you really do your homework. Don't you think that
You've got all these scouts too, and you have to combine all that information. These guys are working all year long and saying, hey, this is a kid I think really, and you've got to take their opinions and then put it into your opinion and come out and make could be a life-changing, pick for your whole organization, and you could find that, sixth round guy, and you never know, and he could be the guy that leads your team somewhere down the road.
So, where's Brett Brown and all this with the Sixers? I mean, he's been with the team now for what? How many years?
Gotta be
7 years.
Yep.
Is Brett Brown? Is he the coach for this team leading into the future?
It's a good question.
I think this is his. This is the year they're looking at.
This is it.
Yeah, you can't.
Right?
You can't do it this year. And I'm not saying this is going to be the most interesting free agency we've seen in the past 10 years. I think.
You think it will be?
I think. Look at all the players that.
Well, there are a lot of players out there. It seems that they're all. Yeah, and we don't know. Look, Kawhi Leonard could end up at Philly.
Well, the thing is, there is some talk. Adrian
He's gonna
Woj talked about getting a meeting with the Sixers, so that's interesting. But you know what? That could be the agents, pulling together and saying, "Hey, look, we're going to look all over the place and see." I mean, he can only get $140 million from the Sixers. Right. He can't get the max 190 like these other guys do. So,
I'll tell you the player I really like, Al Horford. He has eaten us apart the past 2 years.
Well, yeah, eating us apart, but against other teams he hasn't.
I just think he'd be a great asset.
All right, the first hour of the Locker Room is sponsored by Barb's Harley Davidson, Philly's closest, New Jersey's #1 Harley Davidson dealership. Visit barbshd.com today. It's the area's #1 seller of new and used Harley Davidsons around. That's Barb's Harley Davidson, where no one walks. Go to barbshd.com today. Barb's a great American. She does a lot for first responders and the military. The Locker Room's live broadcast of 97.3 ESPN's coverage of the Vinny Youth Football Camp is sponsored by Randazzo's Pizza, located at 34th Street and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. My good friend Giuseppe Randazzo prepares fresh, homemade, authentic Italian cuisine daily. Now serving Coleman all-natural chicken with no antibiotics, no preservatives, no hormones, ever. Open 7 days a week, all year round. Dine in or take out, free delivery, even to the beach. 609-814-1600. And by Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. It's air conditioning season, and Lenigan reminds you to get that HVAC checked. Lenigan is the only authorized certified Trane dealer in the area. Joe Lenigan has been in business for 29 years because he knows what he's doing. Call Lenigan again and again and again. 609-399-1200. And if you're looking for, it's in the morning, early in the morning, you get up, you want to get your day started right with the best breakfast in the Jersey Shore. Look no further than Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Family owned and operated since 1962. Uncle Bill's Pancake House is the Jersey Shore tradition with 8 locations from Ocean City to Cape May, featuring 30 types of pancakes, waffles, crepes. Uncle Bill's has something for everyone. Stop in at one of their 2 Ocean City locations and try my favorite, the stuffed French toast with homemade cinnamon butter. There's something for everyone. From fresh cut fruit cup, gluten-free pancakes, or the fluffy stuffed omelets that are excellent. Can't go wrong with anything on the menu. Go to Uncle Bill's Pancake House, 8 locations along the Jersey Shore with 2 in Ocean City, and I guarantee you'll have a great breakfast and fantastic service with a smile. Of course, when you get down there, say hello to Pat for me. Hey, do you know where all the AC lifeguards are hanging out? At the AC Bar and Grill this year, because it's great. The food's awesome. The atmosphere is phenomenal. Serving steak, seafood, spirits, and sports in Atlantic City for over 25 years. It's simply the place to be. This Atlantic City institution is located at the corner of Pacific and South Carolina and has plenty of convenient free parking. Check out all their sports and celebrity memorabilia that line the walls as you watch the game at the South Jersey Throwback Bar. Hey, mention the locker room and get 99-cent draft beers with an order of their famous wings or mussels. Can't go wrong with that, right, Scooter?
That's right.
All right.
No muscles for me, though.
Right. For more information, go to acbarandgrill.com or call them at 609-348-8080. That's the AC Bar and Grill. All right, when we return, we'll continue the sports conversation in the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. All right, we're back here in the locker room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN, broadcasting live at the Ocean City High School football field, site of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp. And the kids are starting to arrive here at Ocean. Beautiful day for a camp. Ocean City High School football field, of course, is AstroTurf.
It's a beautiful field.
It's a beautiful field.
It really is nice.
Wasn't like this when I played.
Not when you played it, right?
Yeah.
Oh my God, this is like a college football field now.
Yeah.
We played on it when it was sand.
Jesus, it's nice. It really is nice. It's, they've done a great job down
They did
there.
a great job, Dad. Hey, listen, the locker room's live broadcast on 97.3 ESPN. The Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp is sponsored by Blitz's Market with 2 locations to serve you in Ocean City, New Jersey at 21st Street and 34th Street on Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. Voted best deli in Ocean City 4 years running. Come on in and try one of their famous breakfast sandwiches and delicious hoagies. It's Blitz's Market, only in Ocean City. Of course, we stopped in there today.
Yeah.
Dave and Jones, great people down there.
Absolutely,
At
good
Blitz's,
people.
They gave us a big box of donuts. Of course, my daughter's wearing half of it.
Yeah, she is great. I've been donating money to them for years, being down there all these years since the 70s, so great place.
And by Stell Exteriors, where they've been providing top quality roofing and siding at affordable prices since 1996. Did you know that only 2% of roofing contractors qualify as GAF Master Elite installers? So if you do the math, choosing Stell Exteriors takes 98% of the worry out. So give Stell Exteriors a call today at 1-877-FIX-ROOF, 1-877-FIX-ROOF. Scooter, the Sixers, we were talking about the Sixers before we went on that last break. And, they got, when they had during the tank process, Grimesy, the Sixers, of the 8 players who the Sixers drafted in the first round, the 4 draft choices from 2015 to 2018, only 2 will enter the season on the roster. All those years, all that tanking.
Trust the process.
But, I mean, come on, man. Jalil Okafor, he just went to the Pelicans, right? The other day, I think he signed with the Pelicans.
Yes, he did.
All right. Timothy
They're going to have a good squad.
Lalulu Cabarro, he was picked number 24 in 2006. Landry Shaman, of course, he's with the Clippers, right?
Yeah.
And Korkmaz was picked number 26 in 2016. I mean, what? You only got
2 guys.
2 guys, Simmons and Embiid.
And some fans want to trade Simmons, so we're really left with Embiid after all
Right.
that.
Well, Embiid just said on his Twitter handle, he just said he doesn't believe in the process anymore. I won't
Is
say
that
what
what
he
he
said.
said?
Yeah. Well,
Use
the
some
process
choice-
is over
Use
for
some
most
choice
part.
words.
Yeah. So I don't ever use those on the radio. You can't do that.
So what do you think about the? I mean, what do you think about the Sixers? I
Well,
mean,
it's just weird. Last night they had the most picks out of all the teams in the NBA, and they ended up trading 5 or 6 picks because they ended up picking up picks and trading those also. And granted, you can't take 5 players and put them
right,
on
you
your
just
team.
can't. You can't
You just
sign.
can't do it. But they picked up the kid. Obviously they got Matisse Thybulle in the first round, and which I think is a really, really good pick. And then with the 34th pick, they picked up Bruno Fernando, who he's a big, solid guy that could play behind Embiid, can pick up some minutes. He's a good defensive player. He can score the ball, but you pick him up and then you traded him. It's like they're getting good picks and then they're getting rid of them. I don't understand it. So it doesn't make sense. He was projected to be a first-round picker, and to get him in the second round, it's a good deal. He was, first-team All Big Ten and All Defensive player in the league. So isn't that what they're trying to do? They're trying to, stop from other teams pouring in on them. Now, you and I had a conversation last night, and the Sixers were the 7th top team scoring in the NBA out of all the teams. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
you were saying they can't score.
And I was saying they had a problem. I mean, how many times, Grimesy, did you see the shot clock run out on the Sixers during the playoff season?
It was horrible.
I mean, it happened more than time. I mean, for me to say, I didn't even write that down. It just came off the top of my head because that's what I remember. I don't ever remember a time where I saw the shot clock run out so many times on this Sixers team. They didn't even get a shot off.
That was my biggest problem with Brett Brown this year. Just the shot clock, no plays, no great plays drawn up. With Embiid, as your big in the middle. I mean, it was just bad. And that's really why we lost to Toronto.
Well, and you know what? You look at too. Here's another thing too, you guys. You look at Toronto. I'm not gonna look. Everybody has to deal with injuries, but Grimesy, the Warriors didn't have KD and they didn't have Klay Thompson. And if they have those two guys, I'm not so sure that the Toronto Raptors win the NBA championship.
Oh, no, I 100% agree that the Warriors probably would have pulled it out.
No, absolutely.
Yeah, they would have pulled it out.
So I mean, is this obviously you win the championship? You can't take it away from it.
In sports, you need a little luck. That happens in every sport. Injuries are a big part of it, so you need a little luck. And that's why, hey, look at the Eagles Super Bowl run, right? We were very fortunate with no injuries that year. I mean, everybody was healthy.
That's not true.
I mean, I'm just saying.
They had a lot of injuries that year. They had that mentality of the next man up. They had a lot of injuries that year.
Okay.
I mean,
well, you lost your
they
quarterback.
weren't. We lost your quarterback.
Well, that's true.
But still,
point, right?
No, they had to overcome a lot of adversity.
True.
I mean, but they did have luck on their side.
Oh, big time.
Everybody has to have luck, but I'm just saying, I'm not saying that the Raptors championship isn't tainted, but it's like, to me, in the back of my mind, I'm thinking to myself, if KD isn't hurt, and if Klay Thompson isn't hurt, you're gonna have a completely different outcome. And by the way, the ratings were down for the NBA.
Really?
The ratings were down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I don't want to hear because Toronto's not.
And they were up for the NHL.
No,
they were way up for the NHL.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the best NHL ratings ever.
Yeah.
I don't think it had anything to do with Toronto being in it. I think people are just tired of seeing the Warriors, to be quite honest.
Really?
Yeah.
See, for me, I wanted to see the war. I don't mind having a dynasty because then you want to have somebody to knock off, and that's what attracted me to this particular championship more than any other championships in the past, because I wanted to see David knock off Goliath. But they did it the way they did it. They had to do it because. And then how about the Toronto fans? Cheering for KD when he hurt.
That was
listen, that would happen in Philadelphia, no doubt. about it.
Listen, I think that got overplayed a little bit. I think they saw him pull up, they cheered, and then they realized it was more serious, and then they stopped. I mean,
they wanted him out of the game, no doubt about that. Who wouldn't, But you certainly didn't want to see the guy injured for a long period of time. I could change his whole free agent plans.
Yeah,
that injury. That's a tough injury,
Can I
man.
tell you
this? Both of those guys are free agents.
When you watch that injury, right? What happened to him? He reached for his Achilles, not his calf. When that first time it happened, I'm shocked that they put him back out on the court. I really am.
You mean
in
Toronto?
Yes.
He went back out on the court? I thought he...
No. I'm saying when he got hurt the first time.
The
They
first
said it was a
time.
calf. He reached for his Achilles.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I saw a lot of there's a lot of stuff on Twitter, a lot of stuff on social media showing the KD in slow motion, and you saw his calf go boing. Yep. It looked like a rubber band or something popping.
Well, I suffered an Achilles tendon tear down here in Ocean City a long time ago. And I'll tell you what, there's actually a muscle in your leg called the plantaris muscle, and it runs from the bottom of your foot up your thing.
McKay.
That's right. I tore the plantaris muscle, and it snapped at the bottom, and it hit me it sprung up to the back behind my knee. I thought we were playing softball, and I thought I actually hit myself in the back of the leg with the bat, and I knew right away something was wrong, but I didn't know I had severed my Achilles tendon too.
Funny,
tough injury.
They say everybody's got the same reaction. It feels like you got shot or something, or someone kicked
That's what it felt like.
Immediately, because if you look at KD, when he looked into the crowd first real quick, like who just hit me in the back of my leg?
Right.
You know?
He was looking for
Maybe he had to look
Harvey
at
Lee Oswald.
I was going to say, look at the Magruder film together. Hey, we're down here at the Ocean City football field, site of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp. Getting ready. The wind's picking up. It's a little windy, so but come on down here. We got the tent set up. Grimesy, we got footballs to give away. What are we going to be giving away?
Oh, we got 3 signed autographed footballs from Vinny Curry.
Oh, and they're nice white footballs with the eagle emblem on there.
Absolutely.
Beautiful.
Yep.
Of course, we got a lot of other giveaway items. We got Sixers, Huggies, all kind of stuff. Come on down to the Ocean City High School football field. Want to remind people the first hour of the locker room is sponsored by Barb's Harley Davidson, Philly's closest and New Jersey's #1 Harley Davidson dealership. Visit barbshd.com today. It's the area's #1 seller of new and used Harleys around. That's Barb's Harley Davidson, where no one walks. Go to barbshd.com today. And like I said, Barb, she does a lot for the community, the first responders, the military, veterans. Barb's a great person. I went to high school with her. Hey, the Locker Room's live broadcast of 97.3 ESPN Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp is sponsored by Randazzo's Pizzeria, located 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. My good friend, he's a great guy, the Randazzo family, Scooter. We go there, right, Grazi?
We go there for
Giuseppe's
lunch.
the man. He served, and you know what? He told us, was it last week we had lunch in there?
Last week.
You know, he gets up every morning, and it's 7, 8 o'clock in the morning. He makes the pasta himself, the sauce and everything, the gravy, whatever type of Italian you are. So he prepares fresh, homemade, authentic Italian cuisine daily, serving Coleman all-natural chicken with no antibiotics, no hormones, no preservatives, ever. Open 7 days a week, all year round, dine-in or takeout. Free delivery, even to the beach. 609-814-1600. And by Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. It's air conditioning season, and Lenigan reminds you to get that HVAC check. Lenigan is the only authorized certified train dealer in the area. Joe Lenigan has been in business for 29 years because he's the man. He does it right. All right, he's reliable, and he does great work. Scooter.
You always need a plumber.
So call Lenigan again and again and again, 609-399-1200. All right, when we return, we're going to talk with a buddy of mine. Jerome's going to sit in from Levelland. We'll talk about what he does. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. All right, we're back here in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim, 97.3 ESPN, live broadcast of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp, sponsored by Blitz's Market, with 2 locations to serve you in Ocean City, New Jersey, 21st Street, 34th Street on Asbury Avenue. Voted Ocean City's best deli 4 years running. Come in and try their famous breakfast sandwich or the delicious hoagies. It's Blitz's Market, only in Ocean City, and by Stell Exteriors, where they've been providing top quality roofing and siding at affordable prices since 1996. Did you know that only 2% of roofing contractors qualify as GAF Master Elite installers? So if you do the math, choosing Stell Exteriors takes 98% of the worry out. So give Stell Exteriors a call, 1-877-FIX-ROOF. And of course, you know he's doing great work. You see his signs all over the place.
Yeah.
That's how you know they're a great company. Hey, right now we're gonna change gears here a little bit, and we're gonna bring in Jerome McKeever from Levelland. And Levelland is it's a product that's been around for a couple of years, but you guys are starting to expand. Jerome, how you doing, man?
Hey, how you doing, Billy? It's good to see you on this
Give me some
beautiful sunny day.
Yeah, it is, man. It's a great day for a football camp.
Absolutely.
It's not as hot. You probably want it a little hotter with what you're doing, right?
Well, yeah. So Levelland, they offer specific sweat testing. So from high school athletes to collegiate to professional, they will actually sweat test athletes and tell them to the gram how much sodium they're losing per hour. Also with the fluid loss. So this is a way to have their athletes be in peak performance. So there's a balance of sodium and fluid, and not having too much fluid where it's diluting your system.
So this is like high tech. This is like high tech. You're infusing electrolytes and all that stuff into your body.
They use electro analyzers, and they literally will analyze your sweat until you lose 6 grams of sodium per hour. And they have a specific formulated product which they mix into a liquid form, and it's specifically formulated for your sweat losses, so it's concentrated and packed, so you're getting the most bang for your buck and drinking exactly what you need to be in peak performance during your activities.
Now, you've been doing this for some time. It's finally catching on, but you guys this has been in the works for some time.
Absolutely, yeah. The awesome professor, she did some research with the Eagles and saw that there was a huge gap in their electrolyte and fluid if you say replacements, and it was causing guys to have heat-associated muscle cramps and thermoregulation issues. So this is what's going to keep your athletes and your kids on the field and playing hard and not sidelined with a cramp or any type of other exercise-associated issue.
And cramps are usually associated with the hotter the if it's hot outside, if it's humid, especially football players at camp in August.
Oh, absolutely, because they're wearing all that gear. They got helmets, they got shoulder pads, they're covered head to toe, and their body's not able to thermoregulate properly, and that fluid traps in all this heat, and it causes issues. Exactly.
Now,
like
you've worked with the Flyers and the
Flyers,
Eagles,
absolutely, and to the triathlon world, to CrossFit, it literally all over the scope. They've been with the Eagles for about the last over 10 years, helping them out.
Now, Jerome, how can regular people get the product?
Oh, absolutely. It's amazingly convenient. They formulated their sweat test into a kit that mails directly to your house, and the first day mailing, and you literally will go do your workout, whether it's bike, running, whatever it is that gets you hot and sweaty, and you put this patch on, sweat on it, you put it in the little vial, you ship it back to them, and they literally get your results with a nice printout and tell you exactly the breakdown.
That's pretty wild. And how do people go about getting this?
So right here today, if everyone's around, listen, come down to the camp. They have a setup down here on the field where you can come check out the product, talk to the associates, see what they have to offer, and see what we can do for you.
All right, so Jerome McKeever's got his level in tent set up down here. When you come on down here, visit the tent.
And down at the end of the ocean side of the field, they have a sample set up and a custom show they have set up just for this event. So you can come get samples, tasting, and talking, and get exactly what you need.
All right. Well, we want to get some. We're burning up a sweat here, so we need to get.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get it.
So basically, Jerome's company's going to put pickle juice out of business.
yeah, the old school, absolutely.
Hey, well, Jerome, man, thanks for coming down and taking some
Billy.
time with us. We're gonna want to sample some of these drinks, so bring some on
Absolutely,
back for us.
we'll do.
All right, there's Jerome McKeever from Levelland, and that's pretty cool. Science.
Yeah,
that's where science comes into
sports. I'm
sports.
going to talk to him afterwards about my hockey team. Our kids burn a lot of sweat, on the ice all day long. So that's what we need to do.
All right, we're down here at the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp live in Ocean City, New Jersey. People are starting to file in. The kids are coming in. People are starting to do a little stretching. You see parents coming in. It's a beautiful day. I want to remind people we're down here at 6th in the Boardwalk in Ocean City, the Ocean City High School football field. Mark Grimes, Scotty McKay, Billy Schweim, bringing it to you live. I have my nephews here, Nicholas and Cody. My daughter's here. We got the whole crew. Josh Henning's with us, so we're come on down, visit us. We got footballs to give away, the Vinny Curry Youth Football sign. So stay tuned for all that. Come on down. The Eagle Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp. Swoop will be here, the cheerleaders. Come on down. The Locker Room 97.3 live on ESPN and the ESPN mobile app. Welcome back here in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN. Down here at the Ocean City High School football field, 6th in the Boardwalk, getting ready for the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp. Vinny's going to be showing up here in a few minutes. We're going to spend some time with Vin. Of course, the camp is getting ready to get underway. The cheerleaders will be here. Swoop will be here. Some of Vinny's teammates will be here. We got footballs to give away, autographed Vinny Curry footballs. They're nice footballs, right, Scooter?
Beautiful.
They're white with the Eagles emblem on it. Grimes, he's got them here.
Balls, yeah,
Signature
they're
balls.
white and brown. Very nice.
Nice stuff right there. Come join us. The Locker Room's live broadcast of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp is sponsored by Randazzo's Pizza, located 34th Street and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. My good friend Giuseppe Randazzo prepares fresh, homemade, authentic Italian cuisine daily. Now serving Coleman all-natural chicken, no antibiotics, no hormones, no preservatives, ever. Open 7 days a week all year round, dine-in or take-out for free delivery, even to the beach, 609-814-1600. And by Lenigan Plumbing and Heating and Cooling. It's air conditioning season, and Lenigan reminds you to get that HVAC checked. Lenigan is the only authorized, certified, trained dealer in the area. Joe Lenigan has been in business for 29 years because he does it right. Call Lenigan again and again and again, 609-399-1200. Mark Grimes, Scotty McKay, and I down here at the football field, a beautiful sunshiny day. We covered the Phillies. We talked about the Sixers. Let's talk about the NHL and the Philadelphia Flyers, Scooter, because that's right up your alley. What are we doing? What are the Flyers doing, Scooter?
I don't know. I was looking at their whole off season this year. Obviously they've hired 3 new coaches. Lane Vigneault, Mike Yao, and Tarian, and they. It's interesting because you're bringing in 3 former head coaches in the NHL, one that was recently released from the St. Louis Blues,
right?
And they end up winning the Stanley Cup with Craig Berube, obviously. But and they're, I think they felt that they were maybe too young, and they're trying to solidify some of their spots. And it's, I don't know, they're getting older quickly.
They're getting older. They just picked up the pair of third defensemen, 32-year-old defensemen.
Who are older than any player on their team.
Who are older than any player on their team, Scooter. And guess what? This guy, Braun, he's got a plus-minus of minus 14. Well, why would you get a defenseman that's suspect?
Well, he's only got 1 year left on his contract, so
well,
I think he
what's
could
the
be.
Point?
Well, he's a veteran. He's been around for a while, and I don't think that their youth.
You got Sam Moran still there. You got this guy
Sam Moran
Myers.
can't stay healthy.
Well, that's all right, but he's got great size. He's 6'6". He's got great size, and I don't know. They got older. What team you want to get younger? And certainly with the addition of the of Hayes, right? They get Hayes, and they give him a $7 million, huh?
Yeah, Kevin
Hayes. They give him $7 million or 7 years, $50 million, Scooter.
Yeah, it's a lot of money, man,
and
a long contract too.
And a long contract. Isn't that what Paul Holmgren did? That's what Hextall spent all those years trying to get out of a cap hell.
Yeah, easy. But you got Giroux and Voracek that still have big contracts, $8 and $9 million, and I think there's going to be some more moves. This is not it for them, but I think they're trying to solidify their defense a little bit so they're not giving up. They got a young goalie who's just turned 21, so I think they need good, solid defensemen back there. And I guess they didn't think Gudas was the guy, and obviously, people have been crying for Andrew McDonald to be. I'm not.
You know what? I'm not bad. I don't think. The Niskanen trade, I don't mind that.
No, that's a good trade.
That's a good one.
It's a good trade.
But
because you just gave up player for player.
Player for player. And you know what? You need to shake it up. Gudas, he's been here for a couple years. Nothing's happened.
Here's what scares me a little bit. I've seen Chuck Fletcher work in Minnesota, and he does give you players that can make the playoffs, but in long term, he is very bad with the salary cap, and that's what scares me with Chuck.
Bros, that's what my point is. The bottom line is Ron Hextall spent those years trying to get us out of what Helmgren did, right, to put us in cap jeopardy. I mean, they pretty much, all their cap space is pretty much evaporated already.
They actually do it right because they've gotten rid of some players. I mean, they are eating $1 million of Gudas' contract, but
the only thing I like about Braun, he's 6'2", he's 205 pounds. I like big guys. I always maintain that big guys beat up on little guys, Scooter.
Well, with Ghost and Provorov, you've got offensive defensemen, and so you need those guys, stay-at-home guys. You always need a good left D, obviously. But, it's, they're moving some money that didn't hurt them a lot, but,
well, you still have to sign Provorov, Sanheim.
Right.
You still got some guys to sign.
Sure.
I mean, yeah, and like I said, they're up against it with the salary cap. Now, last night, Grimes, you're not a big hockey guy, are you?
During the playoffs.
During the playoffs, so you're a casual guy when it comes to that. But
last 5 minutes of the game.
Well, I mean, as a casual hockey fan, did you even pay attention to the draft last night?
I did not. I mean, I saw highlights on ESPN and some other shit. But
Scooter, I wanted Boldly. I mean, there's a lot of people that were up high on this Caulfield dude. He's 5'7". I don't want little guys.
I'll tell you what.
I don't want little guys.
All right, name me the Flyers' top pure goal scorer.
Couturier.
He's not a pure goal scorer.
What do you mean? He led the team in goals last year.
He's not a pure goal scorer.
Well, he's
picking up junk and giving his
33.
Right.
33 goals last year.
If you're leaning on Sean Couturier to win you big games, you're in deep trouble.
So if you look at the first line, you got Couturier, Claude Giroux, and Travis Konechny. Is that good enough?
No.
All right. You got the second line: Kevin Hayes, James Van Riemsdyk, and Jake Voracek. That good enough?
That's a good line.
That's a good line.
I
Is
like
that
it.
a good second line?
Productive line.
Third line: Patrick centering Oscar Lindboom and a player to be we don't know. That's up in the air of who's going to be the third. And then of course your fourth line is your guys like I don't know, Lawton, Raffle, Hartman maybe.
Yeah, they're saying that the Flyers have the best fourth lineman.
So they go out and get another
NHL.
defensive guy in a draft, Scooter?
Well, that's why I wanted Cole Caulfield big time because
You wanted Caulfield?
I did. Well, listen,
I did too.
Brody, you're a hockey guy.
You got a guy, Johnny Gaudreau.
I wanted him.
Example of a small guy.
Well, you know what?
that's
Brody can talk about this because he's friends with Johnny Gaudreau. Last night, Scooter and I were talking about. You asked me, what'd you ask me, Scooter? If I would I have taken Johnny Gaudreau with a 7th overall pick? I probably would have said no.
He said no.
Because I mean, I know Guy. You grew up with Brody. You grew up with Gaudreau.
Yep.
With Guy, with Johnny.
Played against Guy.
And he's a small. I interviewed him in the locker room. He's like 5'8", 5'9", 160 pounds maybe.
Yeah, I
Look what
know,
he's
but
done.
this kid, not just Johnny, but the kid we passed up on, 72 goals in 64 games is absurd.
Yeah, but where did he played in the? He played in
the U.S. National Development Program, which is really highly respected.
Well, look at all the kids that got drafted out
Exactly,
of it.
our pick was from there.
Yeah, I just look with all the here's the thing with all the offensive. I just named what the offensive lines were looking like, Scooter. They go out and get a defenseman.
Well, listen, they've got three young good forwards in their system. In Farabee and now I'm going to draw a blank out here because the wind's blowing through my head.
Morgan Frost. Morgan Frost.
And you've got the kid Radcliffe, who scored 50 goals in 32 games this year. And he's a left winger, which I think the Flyers have been weak on the left wing since Brian Propp left, to tell you the truth. But
the guffaw.
They got Giroux playing on the left side now, which he's typically a center. So, they've got some young forwards in there, but I would have taken Caulfield in a heartbeat. And this other kid is, from the, like you said, Brody, the U.S. HL development program, but he's a good offensive defender. Isn't that what they have already?
I got a lot of. They're loaded on defense. And look, I like I said, I'm not really that bad upset about the Braun guy, but I don't know, man. I would have gone offense.
He's a one-year guy. He's a rental player for a year. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why they think they can score goals because they certainly don't have anybody that's proved it yet.
No, and Giroux, Giroux's a goal scorer, but he's not like he gets like a lot of his points are garbage stuff. Like
they're games that are meaningless.
He doesn't score big time goals,
and they're always on the power play typically. So
right,
look at even strength goals.
He's a small,
for those
meeker
guys.
guy. Broads. You played a lot of hockey. I just look at the St. Louis Blues and I see guys that were 6'1", 6'2", that were forechecking the heck out of everybody, banging, and they capitalized on turnovers.
Yeah, see, I'm a little bit on the opposite side of you because I think that you can play small in this league nowadays. It's very, very possible.
The St. Louis Blues proved that big guys beat up on little guys.
Well, there's a good combination of the both. I can name you some small guys that won some cups out there. Patty Kane's not a big dude. He scores a lot of goals.
Right.
You have DeBrincat is also another guy.
Yep.
The era has shifted, my friend. The era has shifted.
All right, the second hour of the locker room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Summers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. I want to remind people that the Locker Room's live broadcast on 97.3 ESPN of the Vinny Youth Football Camp is sponsored by Blitz's Market, with 2 locations to serve you in Ocean City, New Jersey, 21st Street, 34th Street on Asbury Avenue. Voted Best Deli in Ocean City 4 years running. Come in and try one of their famous breakfast sandwiches or delicious hoagies. It's Blitz's Market, only in Ocean City. And by Stell Exteriors. They've been providing top quality roofing and siding at affordable prices since 1996. Did you know that only 2% of roofing contractors qualify as GAF Master Elite Installers? So if you do the math, choosing Stell Exteriors takes 98% of the worry out. So give Stell Exteriors a call today at 1-877-FIX-ROOF. That's 1-877-FIX-ROOF. And I want to remind people that if you are going to buy some real estate, you're looking for a property, Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help, contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums and duplexes, residential and commercial, as well as new construction project opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call today, 609-425-2042, or check out the website at grimes.com. And Mark Grimes, he's actually coordinated this whole event. He's a great sponsor of the. Well, you're the man behind the curtain, Grimes. Mark Grimes, he's a great guy. Give him a call. The market is red hot, though, isn't it, Grimes?
It's on fire.
Talk to us a little bit about the real estate. You've been here for 30 years.
30 years, but it's it's peaks and valleys, but it's red hot right now.
So like Rick Tockett says, don't get high, don't get too low.
You got it.
Just keep it even keel.
That's right.
So that's where your sports background comes into business.
Absolutely.
All right. Keep it tuned right here. You're listening to The Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app.
Can you hear us?
All right, we're back here. We're back here at The Locker Room. 97.3 ESPN, The Locker Room's live coverage of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp, sponsored by Randazzo's Pizza, located 34th and Asbury Avenue in Ocean City. My good friend Giuseppe Randazzo prepares fresh, homemade, authentic Italian cuisine daily, serving Coleman all-natural chicken with no antibiotics, no hormones, no preservatives ever. Open 7 days a week, all year round, dine-in or take-out, free delivery to the beach. 609-814-1600, and by Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. It's air conditioning season, and Lenigan reminds you to get that HVAC checked. Lenigan is the only authorized certified trained dealer in the area. Joe Lenigan has been in business for 29 years because he does it right. Call Lenigan again and again and again, 609-399-1200. And now for what we're here for, we're talking to the man himself. Let's welcome into the locker room, Vinny Curry. What's up, Vin?
Okay, man. What's going on, man?
Good to see you, Vin. Give me some stand here, man.
I really appreciate it, man.
Look at this. Vinny Curry comes back. He's got a football camp. It's like over 400 kids signed into this thing, Vin.
Yeah, it's gonna be crazy today. You know, it's just a good thing to bring, to Ocean City and let these kids, run around out here, learn some fundamentals, and go play on the boardwalk.
Yeah, right. I mean, it's the first official weekend of the summer.
Right.
Everybody's in town. This island is packed.
Yep.
And of course, you guys are here, and that's going to draw in you. You come back home, Vin. This is where it started for you, man.
Yeah, exactly, man. And it just feels good. It was something that I always wanted to bring my football camp here, and it was just great, that we got guys like Mark Grimes to help me make this thing happen. Yeah,
Grimes is a great guy, and we said he facilitated this whole thing for us too. Vinny, you guys just got done your mini camp.
Yep.
And how excited, I don't know how we can get into how you feel as a football player.
Yeah.
How do you feel, just from being at mini camp? What's it like right now? What's the feeling that you have?
Oh man, your palms are sweaty, man. You ready? You're ready to get after it. It's like one of those things when you've been playing football for so long, it starts smelling like football season.
Yeah, well, the fresh cut grass, right? The lawn mowed grass, right?
When the mosquito bites start popping up, football season right around the corner.
That's right.
Hey Vince, so all the guys are on the field, everything's going on. We've heard some guys, Zach Ertz and a couple other guys talking about how this team, they feel really good about it.
Right.
I mean, most guys probably say that, but you can't expect them to say anything less. But
right.
These guys seem like they really mean it.
I mean, at the end of the day, you gotta understand, man. Those guys were so close last year to get into the ship again. So, guys are hungry. And one thing about being hungry is that it's by any means necessary. So at the end of the day, this year is going to be something special.
You look at a lot of teams around the league. You guys have the defensive line, especially. You guys have that rotation.
Right.
How does that really helps you guys out? Because look at teams around the league, even all sports, they have to deal with injuries.
Yep.
And you guys seem like you're really deep.
Oh yeah, man. That's one thing about Coach Schwartz, is what he believes in. It's kind of one of the things he started, and that's part of his legacy is that D-line rotation, man. He believes in rotating.
And you had mentioned before that you said when you came back after leaving that you were fine with doing whatever the team needs
Right,
maybe being that rotational player because I'll tell you what, injuries are a big part of it. You played every game in the season, the Super Bowl season, but sometimes you need that little bit of a break to stay fresh and be good and ready to go.
Right.
When you were in Tampa for that brief stint, you got injured.
Hurt, yeah.
Because you were out there a
week
lot.
4,
You were out
week
there
5, yeah, man. It was crazy, too. Yeah, it did. And, man, and that sidelined me for almost 10 weeks.
Yeah. See, that's the thing. You get hurt, and you're playing big boy ball.
Yeah.
And you get hurt. It's not that easy to come back.
Yep.
Especially at that level.
Yep, exactly. And then people are like, "Oh, I didn't know you was hurt. That's what happened." I mean, that's because they only have like 3-4 media guys or guys that report that thing.
So, hey, Vince. So, throughout the summer you worked down here at the gym.
Yes,
and
sir,
I've
yes,
seen you
sir.
work out. You had a couple years back. You had everybody down here.
Yeah.
Jason Kelsey was with
Yeah.
you. You had Connor Barwin here.
Cole,
you had Trent Cole.
yeah,
All the guys.
yeah.
And it wasn't like you guys were just down here. They were pumping the iron. I mean, I remember seeing that barbell. You had
Yes,
4
sir.
plates on it, and it was bending. You guys
It's
are
their
really,
life, man.
really working out hard.
Yeah,
it's
man.
not like you're here on summer vacation.
No, man. This takes a lot of work to put in, to get ready to prepare for, a season. And what the organization needs you to be at, where you need to be at mentally, and where you need to be at physically. So.
Yeah, the off season is almost more important than during the season because
Absolutely.
the preparation is the key to the success of the team. And they don't. Years ago, they used to come into camp to get in shape.
Yeah.
Now you got to get in shape to make it to the camp.
You can't do that now.
No more.
Too much social media walking around here and all type of stuff. People like, dang, I see Vinny Kelly. His stomach was down to his knees.
My old roommate and good friend Mike Shad played for the Eagles back in the day, and I always remember he's about 6'6". He played 305 was his playing weight, and he was always ripped.
Right.
He was the first Canadian ever drafted in the NFL, and then you see these guys with, like you said, their bellies are hanging over their belts. I looked at Mike. I always said, Mike, you were always in good shape. He says, well, it's, to play this kind of level, playing offensive lineman, you got to be tough.
Exactly, man. But you know what? This game has evolved so much that you got to watch what you eat. You got to watch everything. So make it that much fun.
Billy watches what it eats right before it goes in.
I see that. You got that 6-pack going on.
Yeah, right.
No, listen, I came down. So when I came down, I wanted to meet Vinny and talk to him. I was down there at the local gym and fitness, and I was trying to work out a little bit. I hadn't worked. I had that neck surgery and whatnot. And well, I'll tell you what.
That was the last time you worked out?
That's the last time I worked out. But I want to get in there. I'll get Vinny to train me up. Vin, let's change gears a little bit.
Yeah.
We're here in Ocean City.
Yep.
Got 400 kids showing up. What's it mean to you to have this many kids come down to be a part of your camp?
Oh man, just for one day or how many days, I just want to paint Ocean City green today. That's the only thing I want to do is just paint it green for a day.
Awesome.
I mean, all these kids, I'm gonna get them screaming EAGLES. It's getting ready to go down. So.
And that reminds me. So, Vin, you're on the field.
Right.
Guy scored a touchdown.
Right.
How loud? I've been in the States. I've been a season ticket holder since 1991.
Right.
When you guys score and the crowd sings the Eagles Fly song, what's that do to you guys on the sideline, man?
I want to say 80% of us be singing right along with them.
Right? Are you serious? Right. So, I mean, it's so loud, especially when they get to the climax, like E-A-G.
Right.
I mean, you can feel it, like your body reverberates, man. It's
like, you know what, man? It's just an extra boost, man. It's just an extra boost, just having being engaged with the fans and the fans being that in tune. It just make you want to play that much better, much harder, and you want them to be cheering. I feel like they're just cheering for you.
It's that 12th man on the field.
Yeah, it's exactly. 12th man. Not only that, I mean, let's face it. You guys won the Super Bowl.
Right.
So you probably have seen a change from the way people reacted to you or, handle things after the Super Bowl. I mean, the attraction is like tenfold, right?
Right. So think about this. Imagine if we win another one.
Right.
So
you'll be
that's
able
motivation right there.
Dude, you'll be able to run. Look at Bobby Clark. 1974, he wins the Stanley Cup. Those guys they can do whatever they want. In this area, in the Delaware Valley, the Philadelphia area, the city of Philly, they're walking on gold, right? Sure.
Yeah, they're still doing it.
You guys can write your ticket for the rest of your life.
Yeah. How about the Asbury Little League team coming out here from where I'm from, man?
Yeah.
Oh, they come down here.
Neptune, right?
Yeah. They came all the way down here, man. Almost
cool.
2-hour ride for them.
That's
cool.
Cool.
We are here at the Vinny Curry Youth Football
Is Noah
camp.
here today?
Yeah. He's here. He's actually.
Yeah, I gotta meet him.
He actually is here.
Good.
It's starting to get packed. People are starting to file in. A lot of kids on the field running around. What are the kids going to be doing today?
Did you invite all big guys, Vinny? What the heck you got going on here? You got big guys everywhere.
Yeah. Well, these are actually guys I play high school ball with. But some of my best friends out here. They're out here to help run the drills and
Get that table wrapped up.
Just get things going, man. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun.
Well, listen, man, Vinny, I appreciate it, man, coming down here.
Come on, man. I appreciate you coming out here. You got everything set up. You guys looking like
look like we know what we're doing.
You know what I mean?
Scary.
The best radio station there is. I see y'all got everything, got the tech going on. You got your tables going on.
Little wind, but you know what? The weather's cooperated. It's a beautiful sunshiny day. Come on down here, meet Vinny Curry. Oh, you got a couple of your players?
Yeah, a couple surprises
down?
coming through.
Perfect.
Couple surprises
coming
through.
You got Swoop coming down here. You got the cheerleaders coming in.
Yeah,
we're waiting for the cheerleaders.
Vinny's going to paint. Ocean City's red and white. Vinny's going to paint it green today. You got a lot of kids signing up. Like I said, come on down. We got some Vinny Curry autographed footballs that we're going to be giving away.
Got my man Logan with me.
Yeah, Logan's down here.
Right here. There you go. There you go. Right here.
There he is. Okay.
Tie-dye Logan.
Yeah.
Tie-dye Logan. Like that.
Mark Grimes, come on in here. Jump in for a second, Grimesy. You've known Vinny for a little while.
Yes.
You got this all organized, but this is a great day.
It's unbelievable. Vinny's just a great guy, and it's unbelievable that he's doing this, down at his summer vacation spot, taking a day out of his time. 400 kids are going to have a great day today, and it's unbelievable that he's able to do this for the community.
And of course, Grimesy helps facilitate this whole thing, and I want to thank you, Mark, one of our sponsors for the show. I want to remind people the Locker Room's live broadcast on 97.3 ESPN of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp is sponsored by Blitz's Market, with 2 locations in serve you in Ocean City, New Jersey, 21st Street and 34th Street on Asbury Avenue. Voted the best deli in Ocean City 4 years running. Come on in and try one of our famous breakfast sandwiches or delicious hoagies. It's Blitz's Market, only in Ocean City, and by Stell Exteriors. They've been providing top quality roofing and siding at affordable prices since 1996. Did you know that only 2% of roofing contractors qualify as GAF Master Elite Installers? So if you do the math, choosing Stell Exteriors takes 98% of the worry out. So give Stell Exteriors a call today at 1-877-FIX-ROOF. That's 1-877-FIX-ROOF. I want to remind people that the second hour of the Locker Room is brought to you by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay Country Club your club. Great Bay is an award-winning private golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour and 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course, enjoy fine dining, experience a lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season that will appeal to everyone. Vin, we got to get you down to the golf course. Man, you swing the clubs?
Yeah, you're not ready for me. I'm like Tiger Woods.
Is that right? Listen, man, I'll take you to this summer.
Nah.
Listen,
let me tell you a funny story. We went golfing one time, man. Everybody was like, "Man, you like Charles Barkley?" I thought it was a compliment. I thought it was a compliment, man.
That's not a compliment.
Golf, I'm like, yeah, I'm like Charles Barkley. They said, "What?" It was the most embarrassing thing ever.
You know what we're gonna get Vinny. We're gonna get the Chief Craig Berube. We're gonna get all of us, Grimesy, Scotty.
We'll get Trey Thomas to come down.
We'll get Trey Thomas
out here.
We'll hit him around. We'll go to Great Bay Country Club.
Sounds
good.
Vinny,
thank you so
much.
Yes,
sir, man.
Thank
you guys,
really appreciate
man.
it. We'll
be
here all afternoon.
Yes, sir. All right, have a good one.
For more information, go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club at Summers Point. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Hey, listen, you need a great breakfast. You want to get your day started off right at the Jersey Shore. Look no further than Uncle Bill's Pancake House. Family owned and operated since 1962. Uncle Bill's Pancake House is a Jersey Shore tradition with 8 locations in Ocean City to Cape May, featuring 30 types of pancakes, waffles, and crepes. Uncle Bill's has something for everyone. Stop in one of their 2 Ocean City locations and try my favorite stuffed French toast with homemade cinnamon butter. There's something for everyone, from fresh cut fruit cups, gluten-free pancakes, or fluffy stuffed omelets that are excellent. You can't go wrong with anything on the menu. Go to Uncle Bill's Pancake House, 8 locations along the Jersey Shore, 2 in Ocean City. I guarantee you'll have a great breakfast and fantastic service with a smile. All right, when we return, we'll continue more with the Locker Room on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. Room we're not in the locker room, but this is the locker room with Billy Schweim here on 97.3 ESPN, broadcasting live from the Ocean City High School football field, site of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp, brought to you by Randazzo's Pizza, located 34th Street in Ocean City, New Jersey. My good friend Giuseppe Randazzo prepares fresh, homemade, authentic Italian cuisine daily, now serving Coleman natural chicken, no antibiotics, no hormones, no preservatives. Open 7 days a week, all year round, diner takeout, free delivery, even to the beach, 609-814-1600. And by Lenigan Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. Air conditioning and season is here. Lenigan reminds you to get the HVAC checked. Lenigan is the only authorized certified train dealer in the area. Joe Lenigan has been in business for 29 years because he knows what he's doing. Call Lenigan again and again and again, 609-399-1200. We're here, starting to get packed, Scooter. Kids are like, I mean, there's tons of kids here on the field already.
Eagles cheerleaders are coming down here on the left there.
You got the Eagles cheerleaders. I guess Swoop will be down here. All kind of people. Come on down. We got a couple balls we're going to give away. I think we should probably ask a trivia question.
Yeah.
Grimesy.
Go ahead.
I think. Why don't we ask why Vinny Curry wears number 75?
That's all right.
Anybody answer exactly why he wears that number?
If anybody can answer the question why Vinny Curry wears number 75, we'll get a free autographed ball. All right, free autographed football. Anybody that knows why Vinny Curry wears number 75, you get a free ball, autographed ball. What is it? What's your name? Ricky?
What was his college team?
Marshall. There
Marshall,
you go. All right,
good.
here we go.
That's
Give
a winner.
him a ball. Congratulations.
The answer was that Vinny played at Marshall University,
right.
and he
job.
won. They had a plane crash there, devastating plane crash back there, and he wears number 75.
That's why he wears number
75. To the 75 people
great.
that passed away.
And I'll tell you what, man, that was it. Think about that. The whole team went.
Yeah, horrible.
Kids are starting to pack in here. Like I said, we have the cheerleaders are showing up. We got Swoop coming down here. Vinny Curry's here. He's got some of his teammates here. It's gonna be a lot of fun, a lot of activity. They're gonna be here from 12 to 3 today, Grimes.
Yeah. Hey, it's a great day.
Yeah, this is perfect weather considering what it's been like for the last 2 weeks.
Like I said to Vinny, you win the Super Bowl. Walk on water, man. Walk on water.
Absolutely.
And look at a lot of kids want to get down here and meet the guys, and a lot of kids. Youth football is still big. I mean, it's just
absolutely.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, this is great for the kids, man. He's a good guy to do these kind of things. It's so for him
which leads me to a subject that I want to talk about with you guys, because you guys have been around the sports world. And back when we were growing up, the Eagles had their practices at Westchester, and then they had them at Lehigh.
Yes.
And the players and the fans could mix and mingle. The players and the fans could literally sit next to the players, like you were right up. It was like being just right here at the high school football field at Westchester. Now, I've never been to Westchester. I never went to Lehigh because I just didn't go for that. But there are a lot of people that do, and they get to meet, like on a different level, get to meet the players. How about the Eagles charging $10 for
their one and
only open practice?
Yeah.
And it's going to charity.
It's going to charity.
I understand that.
But there's so many different ways to raise money for charity. You got to give one free event out.
One practice is so impersonal now.
Yeah.
I mean, this obviously people come down here. You know why? They want to interact with the players. They want to be around these guys.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is what you see on television. You see the players on the field. They're on TV and stuff. They're like giants.
Yep.
So now you get to come down here and meet these guys, but they take it all away. The Eagles are taking it away.
Yeah. Hey, listen, I don't agree with it whatsoever. I mean, they charge so much for tickets.
I know. Like, look, when I first started getting my Eagles tickets, the tickets were, I think, $35 for my seat. I had great seats at the Vet. Then you go over to the Lincoln Financial Field. I have phenomenal seats. But you know what I'm paying a ticket, Scooter? $175 a seat per game.
Jeez.
Guess what? They outpriced me. They outpriced me, Grimesy.
I wish our pay went like that. That kind of raise.
Right?
That's what happens when you win the Super Bowl.
That's what happened.
I guess.
And
so why the Flyers charging 30% more?
Scooter, didn't you gave up your tickets?
28 seasons I had the Flyer season tickets, and I gave them up this year. It's gotten gotten a little crazy, man.
It's too it's not personal. It's not, you can't make a connection with the players.
Become very corporate.
Yeah, too corporate, Grimesy.
Yep.
And another topic that I want to touch base with. I don't know if it shows the sign of the times, but how about the Tampa Bay Rays want to go with a co-team with the Montreal Expos?
Yeah, I don't
See,
get
hear
it.
about that?
No.
I don't. Yeah.
Come on, Grimes, you got to get in the
They
game.
want to play half their season.
They want to play half their season in Montreal, and they want to play half the season in Tampa Bay.
I did not hear that.
It's crazy.
Is that the sign of the times?
That's crazy.
Maybe they want to play in the snow. I don't know.
Well, no, they're going to play. They're going to play the beginning of the season in Tampa because it's too cold in Montreal. But they do play indoors, so I don't know. I mean, it's a dome team, so why?
They should play the beginning in Canada and then the end in Tampa.
Well, whoever they play the last thing, they're not going to have the opportunity to watch any of the playoff games because they're going to start the season somewhere and finish the season another place.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, pretty soon the Phillies, we might ship them off to Siberia.
All right. Want to remind people that the second hour of the Locker Room is sponsored by the Great Bay Country Club, where it's not just golf, it's fun. Make Great Bay award-winning golf club where you are greeted by name. It's home of the 3-hour, 58-minute round. You can play on their 18-hole championship golf course. Enjoy fine dining experience, lively atmosphere in the pub. There's a full calendar of golf and social events throughout the season to appeal to everyone. For more information, go to greatbay.com or call them at 609-927-5071. Great Bay Country Club in Somers Point, New Jersey. See why it's always a great day at Great Bay. Hey, Ocean City's real estate market is red hot, and you need an agent that has the knowledge and expertise to help. Contact Ocean City's top agent, Mark Grimes. Mark has been selling real estate for 30 years in South Jersey. He can answer all your real estate questions and find you the perfect property. He's available anytime on his cell at 609-425-2042. When Philadelphia star athletes are looking for a house at the beach, they contact Mark Grimes, specializing in buying and selling vacation homes, single-family homes, condominiums, and duplexes, residential, commercial, as well as new construction projects or investment opportunities. Mark Grimes, he's your agent at the beach. Give him a call right now, 609-425-2042, or check out the website at grimes.com. And, of course, Mark Grimes is a big sponsor of this broadcast. He arranged the whole situation, and we want to thank Mark Grimes for that. And it's just a great day here.
Great day, man. It's awesome. It's always good to see.
We're going to take a break. When we return, we'll wrap things up for the locker room portion, but stay here for the continued coverage of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp with Sports Bash Saturday with Josh Henning. You're listening to the Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN and the 97.3 ESPN mobile app. All right, we're back here in the Locker Room with Billy Schweim on 97.3 ESPN. Broadcasting live at the Ocean City football field for the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp. Got everybody down here. There's tons of kids here on the field. Registration's going on right now. Got Vinny Curry, some players. Got the cheerleaders. Swoop will be here. A lot of kids. We're going to be giving away a couple footballs. We'll ask a trivia question. But Scooter, man, it's a beautiful day for a football camp. That's for sure.
You couldn't ask for a better day, honestly.
A little windy, but that's not for
right.
out there. It's not for us talking on the live. It's a little difficult.
The punter from the west is going to be fine with it. Might have about a 78-yard punt today.
We got about 8 minutes left in our segment. Stay tuned for continuing coverage of the Vinny Curry Youth Football Camp. Josh Henning and Sports Bash Saturday will be here broadcasting live from 12 to 2. And Josh, what's going on, man?
Well, Bill, you know that the Locker Room is being brought to you by Red's Jersey Mex. The original Rojo's Tacos, located 11th and Haven in Ocean City. Tacos, burritos, quesadillas, whatever your heart may desire. They make it fresh for you every single day. Look, when you're done with your kids at Vinny Curry's Youth Camp, why not go over to 11th and Haven in Ocean City to fill up on some tacos and burritos? You can call ahead for takeout or delivery, 609-399-2272. And even if you're not here today, you don't have a day at the shore unless you go to Red's Jersey Mex.
Of course, Red's is a great sponsor of the show. He's been with me for a long time. They got great food down there.
No read there, too. He just does it off the top of his head.
And he didn't blink and move his arm.
Nah, he didn't.
No, I moved my arms.
He didn't tell me I was number one this week either.
All right, we got a couple footballs that we're going to try to give away, but the kids are actually breaking up here.
Kids are being kids.
What's that? Oh, they're in registration. They're all registering for the Youth Curry football
just
camp.
to paint a picture for everybody here. So when we got here, there was almost nobody here, around 9:15. Now that we're here, half the world is here, but people think that we're the registration team.
I know.
Because even though we got headsets on,
We should start collecting
people think
$10
we
for
are in
registration.
charge, which is really scary.
That is scary. People are asking us. They're coming up to the desk asking us where the
We're sitting under an
registration is.
ESPN tent right
I
here.
just want to know, Bill, do people look at you and think that you're in charge?
Wow.
I can understand
hope
why
not.
people do that.
It's scary.
So let's look at the Eagles this year coming up. I mean, the guys are all pumped about it. Josh, what are your impressions just from right now? It's June 22nd.
Well, I would say two things. One, first of all, thanks to Vinny Curry for today. We can't say that enough. He was very gracious to come up, spend a whole segment with you. That was great. But he's going to be a key for this year. This team has to continue the stability of last 2 years. This is a defense that has consistently gone out there and gotten the job done even with injuries. And without Chris Long and with Derek Barnett coming off that injury, Vinny's going to be a big deal because we know that if Carson Wentz is healthy, the team's going to score. But the defense still has to do their job.
And Vinny Curry did, when he was here with us, Scooter, he talked about the rotation, how important that is to staying fresh and staying healthy.
Well, exactly. The health is going to be key to this team this year. I mean, obviously everybody goes through their injuries, but his point was the preparation prior to going into the season. Make sure you're stretched out, you're in good shape, you're working out as hard as you can. But these guys they're getting older. Things get a little tighter there, and you got to make sure you're not. These guys are employed. A lot of guys are coming up with lame hamstrings, stuff like that. So it's a tough sport, man. So you got to be ready.
So, Josh, we didn't get a chance to talk about your impressions. I know you're going to be talking about this next on the Sports Bash Saturday. You're going to be broadcasting live, continuing the coverage here. You're going to talk Sixers. You're going to talk probably a little NHL. What is your impressions on the draft with the Eagles, the Sixers draft last night?
See, here's the thing for me. I wasn't bothered by the pick. The pick itself is not a bad pick. What I didn't like is that you said, well, you have a chance for A, B, C, right? Oh, we want this. Elton Brand's explanation, I'm okay with. But I don't like the fact that you had a chance at Bruno Fernando. You had a chance at Carson Edwards. You had a chance at young players who could come in and be bench contributors. And you decided, we're not going to do that. We're going to use free agency to build a bench. Can you do that? Yeah, teams have been doing that for years. But I just felt like you could have come out of the draft with more. Am I upset? No. I like Thibault. I think he's a great addition. He has a chance to do something that nobody else can for this team, which is they couldn't guard a lick on the perimeter last year. Aside from Jimmy Butler, I'm sorry, but half those guys can't guard guards.
And there definitely, obviously, there was a need to improve their defense. Like I said, I trust Elton Brand. I just like the way he I don't know, the way he carries himself.
I like the fact he's unafraid.
Yeah, it seems like he has a plan. Like you either look at somebody and they look unsure of themselves. He doesn't.
No, he's got a good face for everything like that. But you got to understand, he's also trying to protect the future.
There's Freddie Mitchell walking in.
You've got to protect. You can't just look at it and say, "Oh, I'm going to get 4 or 5 guys today and help my team next year." You got to think. Couple years down the road, they only have their own picks. They don't have any extra picks, so they picked up a couple second-round picks in the future. So in 2020 and 2023, so they've got to do these extra things, and it's not a fan favorite thing when you're picking a guy 3 years down the road, 4 years down the road. So, but you got to have those things.
Well, I'll tell you what, time flies when you're having fun here. We got about 2 minutes left in the second. Mark Grimes, I want to take a second out here to thank you so much for facilitating this whole thing. I know Vinny Curry mentioned you. That you had a lot to do with the organization of this event, and by the looks of it, man, it's a big event here. We got a couple footballs left to come on down. Maybe we'll get rid of them during the Sports Bash Saturday. Go in the stands and ask a couple trivia questions. But once again, thank you so much.
And I want to thank you guys for coming down. This is a great day. We appreciate ESPN coming down, and this is going to be a great day for everybody, the Ocean City community and all the Philadelphia Eagle fans.
Absolutely.
Come on down. I think you still register. Registration's going on right
Registration's down from us. We are not registration.
No, it's back here.
now. Yeah, registration.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now it's back here.
They got it.
Oh, they moved it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, just because Bill has a pen doesn't mean he's registering anybody.
Yeah.
No, but Ken,
Nothing really registers with Billy.
but seriously, we got to thank you as well, Bill, because you with Mark helped facilitate this. You helped put this all together for us to be out here today. So it's a cooperation. We want to thank you as well, Bill.
All right, guys, listen, I want to thank all my sponsors, Randazzo, Flanagan, Plumbing and Heating, Blitz's Market, Stell Exteriors, Reds, Mark Grimes, Pendergast, CleanRental.com. I mean, just these guys are great to us, and want to thank everybody. Thanks for making the locker room part of your Saturday, because nothing could be finer than talking sports with the Schweiner.
Coming up next, Sports Bash Saturday.
Stay tuned for the Josh Henning Sports Bash Saturday. What do you got coming up, Josh?
Well, who knows going to stop by? I heard that the Ocean City High School coach might stop by. You said Fred X is here. I got a conversation with the CEO of the PFL as well today.
The Ocean City High School football coach will be talking.
Yeah.
Today. So you guys stay tuned for that.
Congrats to Pete Thompson on his first show this morning.
Congrats to Pete Thompson. We'll see you guys next week. Stay tuned for Josh Henning Sports Bash Saturday.